This was the objective, Pointe du Hoc, one of D-Day's most demanding tasks.
These cliffs dominated the landing zones. The mission: reach the heavy placements positioned at the very top.
This objective required a special force. The U.S. Army Rangers were selected for their unique climbing abilities.
The 2nd Ranger Battalion was highly trained for this unconventional assault, prepared for the cliffs.
They crossed the channel in a large flotilla, moving toward the coast of Normandy before sunrise.
During the journey, the men checked their specialized gear, waiting for the signal to advance.
The plan required the Rangers to land first, just before the main landings, to secure the high ground. The crossing was hazardous, navigating rough seas and the heavily patrolled enemy coastline.
The Rangers transferred from their transports to small British landing craft for the final run to the shore.
These small boats would carry them the last few miles to the base of the imposing cliffs.
A navigational challenge in the smoke and mist caused the force to drift east of their objective.
Realizing the error, the officers had to correct their course under increasing time pressure.
As they corrected course, the planned naval support from Allied warships had already begun.
Ships like the USS Satterlee were tasked with providing direct fire support against the cliff-top defenses.
As dawn approached, a heavy naval bombardment commenced to clear the cliff-top defenses.
This intense fire was meant to keep the defenders suppressed as the Rangers made their final approach. Having corrected their course, the landing craft now raced toward the narrow strip of beach at the cliff base.
The Rangers' primary assault tools were rockets attached to grappling hooks, designed to fire ropes up the cliff.
This equipment was adapted from a design used by London firefighters, repurposed for this assault.
They also carried sectional extension ladders and standard climbing ropes as backup methods.
Each man was heavily burdened, carrying over 60 pounds of equipment needed for the climb and the fight above.
As the landing craft hit the beach, the ramps dropped and the Rangers moved into the open.
They landed on a narrow, cratered beach, only about 30 yards wide, at the base of the vertical rock.
The soldiers immediately faced intense defensive fire from the defenders positioned along the cliff's edge.
Their primary tools were specialized: rocket-propelled grappling irons designed to secure climbing ropes.
Immediately upon landing, teams set up the rocket launchers, aiming them at the top of the cliff.
The rockets fired, trailing the heavy, wet climbing ropes up the sheer 100-foot rock face. Not all hooks found purchase. Many ropes were soaked and heavy, causing the rockets to fall short.
When the rockets failed, the men resorted to their secondary method, assembling the portable ladders.
These ladders were difficult to manage, but were vital for getting the first men up the rock.
Simultaneously, several grappling hooks did catch, providing the first secure climbing lines.
With the lines secured, the Rangers began the long, difficult climb, one by one.
The cliff face was slick with water and loose earth, making every handhold uncertain.
As they climbed, the Rangers faced resistance from above, making the ascent even more perilous.
The final approach in the small landing craft was difficult, navigating smoke and rough water.
Naval support was critical. Destroyers moved in close, firing at the cliff top to protect the climbing men.
This modern view shows the incredible vertical distance the Rangers had to cover under pressure.
The climb was a slow, exhausting effort,
relying on pure upper body strength.
Heave! Get it over the edge. I got the rope. It's cut. Go, go.
Despite the resistance, the Rangers continued their ascent, climbing through the smoke and debris. After minutes that felt like hours, the first Rangers were approaching the top. They emerged onto a landscape shattered by the bombardment, moving from crater to crater.
More Rangers followed, establishing a defensive perimeter to protect the other climbers.
As the landing craft reached the shore, the true scale of the 100-foot cliffs became apparent.
Using rocket-fired grappling irons and portable ladders, the Rangers began their vertical ascent under extreme pressure. Reaching the top, they navigated the heavily fortified ground to find and secure their main objective.
Their climb was over, but their main mission, locating and securing the heavy guns, had just begun.
The Rangers pushed inland toward the heavily reinforced concrete casemates.
The ascent was slow and arduous, moving hand over hand up the ropes on the sheer cliff face. Their objective was a battery of 6 large coastal guns, which threatened the main landing beaches.
Upon reaching the primary bunkers, they made a startling discovery. The heavy guns were not there.
The positions were empty. The guns had been moved further inland to protect them from the bombardment.
The mission parameters changed instantly. The Rangers had to become search parties.
Small patrols pushed south, past the bunkers, searching the nearby fields and hedgerows.
Then, in an orchard about a kilometer inland, a patrol found them, all 6 guns, hidden.
The guns were positioned in the open, ready to be moved back, but with only a small defensive force.
Using thermite grenades, the small patrol systematically disabled the guns, one by one.
They destroyed the breaching mechanisms and sighting gear, rendering the battery completely inoperable.
With the main objective achieved, the Rangers' mission was now to hold the high ground. They were an isolated pocket, far ahead of the main landing forces, who were still on the beaches.
For the next 2 days, the Rangers defended Pointe du Hoc against repeated counterattacks.
The small force endured the prolonged defense, holding the vital ground at a significant cost.
Finally, on day 3, relief forces advancing from Omaha Beach broke through and reached their position.
Of the more than 225 Rangers who began the assault, fewer than 90 remained able to fight.
Today, the battlefield at Pointe du Hoc is preserved just as it was left.
The deep craters from the naval bombardment still scar the entire landscape.
A monument now stands at the cliff's edge, honoring the Rangers who scaled these heights.
It serves as a permanent reminder of their difficult task and their remarkable achievement.
The Rangers' achievement at Pointe du Hoc was one key element of a much larger Allied operation during D-Day.
Securing those guns prevented them from impacting the thousands of troops landing on the beaches.
It was a mission that depended entirely on the training, courage, and resilience of each man.
Their specialized climbing equipment, adapted for this moment, proved its worth.
The scaling of the cliffs remains one of the most remarkable feats of the entire invasion.
A vertical assault in daylight against a fortified position was a task of extreme difficulty.
The Rangers' success here demonstrated their motto: Rangers, lead the way.
Each year, thousands visit this site to stand on the ground and understand what happened here.
It is a place of quiet reflection, honoring the skill and determination shown on that day.
The 2nd Ranger Battalion received recognition for their extraordinary achievement in this operation.
The assault on Pointe du Hoc remains a testament to specialized training and sheer determination.
Today, the U.S. Army Rangers continue this legacy, specializing in complex modern operations. Their training echoes the same principles of readiness and adaptability shown at Pointe du Hoc.
From the cliffs of Normandy to the challenges of today, their standard of excellence endures.
We cover these stories of dedication and skill every week, right here on our channel.
If you value these stories of history and service, be sure to subscribe to USA Forces in Action. And let us know in the comments what piece of military history you want us to cover next.
We honor all who have served and continue to serve with dedication. Thanks for watching.
Today, the site stands as a monument to the difficult task. The Rangers achieved their objective, securing the crucial position.
Their determination remains one of history's most remarkable feats of specialized skill.